Hi, in this video, I would like to explain the lie of the ritual killing of children called blood libel because it is one of the most devastating lies that was imprinted on the Jews that still goes on today. There are four main blood libel lies. One, the Jews killed children in order to reenact the murder of Jesus. Two, the Jews killed children in order to reenact Abraham's sacrifice of his son Isaac. Three, the Jews used children's blood in their Passover baking. And four, the Jews are inherently demonic and kill children in cold blood. The first recorded blood libel accusation that we have, which most likely followed many unrecorded accusations, was in 1144 in Norwich, England, where a Christian child named William was found dead in the woods. The Jews were blamed for it for no good reason other than they were Jews. From then on, blood libel accusations were reported and recorded in large numbers across Europe, always followed by either massacres or expulsion of whole Jewish communities. It became common for Christian parents to hide a child and report it missing, or to leave a dead child next to a Jewish home in order to place blame on the Jews. Jews who were moneylenders, an occupation that was imposed on the Jews since the Middle Ages, were especially vulnerable because once a moneylender was among the massacred or expelled, the debt didn't have to be paid back. By the 18th century, the rationalization of the blood libel changed from the belief that it was a part of the Jewish tradition or religion to the belief that it was an inherent part of the Jewish race considered demonic. By the 19th century, blood libel reached the Muslim world through Syria, where there was a large community of Arabic-speaking Christians. Traditionally, the Muslims had their own brand of lies about the Jews that didn't include blood libel, but they adopted the blood libel with open arms and rationalized it with the reenactment of the biblical story of Abraham sacrificing Isaac. In 1840, in Damascus, Syria, a group of Jews were made to confess under torture to a ritual killing that they didn't commit. The confession was widely publicized and sparked other blood libel reports from across the Muslim world. The list of blood libel accusations in the Muslim world is long, and the collective punishment was either a massacre or expulsion of whole Jewish communities as it was in Europe. By the 20th century, with a significant reduction of Jews in Muslim countries, on one hand, and the establishment of Israel on the other, Israel became a huge target for blood libel accusations. Today, news publications such as the Palestinian Authority, Al Jazeera, and the New York Times, for example, on occasion publicize photos of Muslim children said to be killed by Israel. Riyadh, a 7-year-old Muslim child, was recently publicized as a victim of an Israeli raid. However, investigation shows that there was no raid and no gunfire, but a calm conversation with Riyadh's parent, because Riyadh, who was hidden, was among the children who threw rocks at a tourist bus. The blood libel lie continued to hog the headlines for weeks upon weeks, inciting parents to hide their children from the demonic Jews. Such publications, free of due diligence, are usually reported as is around the world until they reach global institutions such as the European Union or the United Nations. Once reported at those institutions and from those institutions, the lie becomes truth. Most likely you don't know, the terrorist organizations in the Middle East relentlessly attack Israeli citizens, to include kidnapping and murdering Israeli children. Such events almost never make it to the headlines, nevertheless, to any global accusation, in spite of free press in Israel. On the other hand, in Muslim countries and areas where there is no free press, journalists must state, or at least imply, in their reports that Israel kills Muslim children in cold blood. Israel's government, on occasion, publishes documentation that acquits Israel from blood libel accusations, but they are usually of no interest to any news publication or being buried under a big pile of lies. According to the blood libel malicious tradition, Israel must always be guilty, with no chance of proven innocent. Because when it comes to bashing Israel or the Jews, the truth doesn't matter. If you didn't know, now you know. Bye.